Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic, and this is another reaction to Steins Gate Zero. It is episode 17, and you know what to do. As always, if you want to see the reaction itself, go down into my descriptions, follow the links, replace the circumflex dot parts with real dots, and hopefully enjoy. Once you've done, feel free to come back here and hear my thoughts about this episode. So, see you soon. For those that came back, welcome back. As I said already, I'm really sorry if you hoped for a bit more emotions from me. I was a little bit upset about some things that happened, but somehow I didn't get as emotional as I myself expected, kind of. Maybe it was like I kind of felt, and that might sound harsh, that it was needed that something really bad happens. Because the last episode was, in my opinion, the point where there was like a last try to get Okarin to change his mind, and it didn't work. He still, as we've seen in this episode, is not willing to change his opinion. So there's only one thing that always made him act, and that is when Mayuri was in danger. So sad as it may be, it's a harsh truth, it had to happen. And I'm a little bit upset about that. So, let's see, we have multiple things in here, and I think I figured a bit more out here. So we had, one thing first, we had in the beginning of the episode, inside of the time machine, like a wire or something like that, a string, fall out from below the console of the time machine. And I, at this moment, already stated that might be the metal ooper and the string that holds it to the neck of Kagari normally. That was a wild guess, but it was more neither the only thing I could think of, because it could have been wires of the time machine, but why should they be like that? It might be it is parts of what Suzuha gave to her dad later on, but that looked more like a hard drive and there was not like a cable on it. So I go with the theory it was a metal ooper. Which brings me to a later scene before the end of the episode. There's a very short glimpse of blood on the ground and a person in a bicycle suit, in a motorcycle suit, on the ground as it looks shot or whatever kind of killed, and another one in the same kind of suit in front of her. So my guess is that Kagari put the ooper in the time machine, maybe changed her mind, I can only guess here, and then got shot by whoever the other female is, which we still don't know. And that the female in the end leading the attack is not Kagari, but the one that we have seen in the beginning of Steins Gate Zero, in the first big attack. And I checked again, because I really tried to look closely, as good as possible, on the female that was shown standing over Mayuri's body in the end. And I remember that Kagari's suit did not fit properly on the neck and everything, and this one looked way more like it did fit properly. So I'm kind of afraid that Kagari is dead, and this goes into deep and dark territories. If Kagari is dead, it seems possible that Mayuri is dead, being shot. It might be just a scratch shot, but I'm kind of afraid she is dead, and that will change things. And in my opinion, which is why I said I'm upset about it, it will push Okarin to act. This is because he always defended this timeline because he kind of sacrificed his own love, and he sacrificed Kurizu, who sacrificed herself, for the benefit of Mayuri. But if in this timeline Mayuri is dying howsoever, then he has no more reasons to do it. You know what I mean? And I think it's a push he needs, and that's why I'm upset about it, because it has to be this push, and I really don't like that. Which, by the way, doesn't mean I don't like the series. It's good writing, yes, but it is just that I'm like, why did it have to go this far? So that it seems like the two girls, Suzuha and Mayuri, by making her decision of traveling into the past, changed the timeline. They found another alternate timeline, a split one, which will lead to a future, to multiple future options. One of them, as it seems now, is that neither Mayuri nor Marquise are alive. But if this extreme option is possible, then for sure there should be the other extreme, which is Steins Gate. So I'm kind of hoping. They clearly worked with things from the past Steins Gate, from the original, I mean, with the music of Mozart. There were many, many hints that everything went down the drain. So we once again had this short glimpse of Newsflash, which in the past was always referring to some kind of time travel and stuff. We had, and I wasn't sure about it because it was very, very low key, very silent, classical music playing, which Amadeus Mozart, you know, always is like, here we go, something's happening. We had the phones not working anymore, which very much reminded of the trains not running. So someone is doing a full scale thing of making sure in a complete area something is not working, which was from the original Steins Gate. So it was this moment, okay, something's happening now. And I, up to the moment where the communication stopped, up to this moment it was like, okay, is she traveling back? And Mayuri, I mean, and we are seeing it change from her perspective. Her changing time, her finding a solution, which would have been a nice option, just saying. Why not? It would have been a great option, that it is the heart and not the brain that makes things right. It would be great. And by heart, I mean Mayuri, and by brain, I mean Marquise, Maho, and Okarin, and Daru. You know, of them very, very clever brain focused people, while still having emotions, as we know. But it would have been a nice one to see that in the end it is love, that it is the emotion of Mayushi that solves the riddle of time. That would have been a nice one. And no, they did not allow that for us. Instead, they once again went with an attack. However, this attack is very different from the ones in the past, because once in the past we had people in normal clothes wearing masks that were like, I know, animal masks and stuff like that. So it was like they were underground agents, I guess, undercover agent, but they had disguises that were easily removed and then to go into the crowd. While this attack is a clear military attack. Those guys have flak vests, have automated weapons, huge ones, not just pistols, you know, or a small MP. They do have full automatic rifles. They have combat masks and military gear. So this is an open attack in the end, which shows that whoever is behind it goes for more. There was, and I'm not sure if I got that right, the hacking of a channel, these strange informations posted in there. So I'm not sure if I understand it correctly. If I understood it correctly, Amadeus got hacked and they accessed the deepest memories, the most valuable informations inside of Amadeus. And it looks like Amadeus did like a last help message, like a last information towards Okarin and the others by posting very vague informations in the net, which they will understand. I think that's what it is. The other option would be that it is Amadeus that is behind it. So I think it is the first one. I'm still not sure how Professor Leskinen and which I still see the other female professor is in on that. I think we will learn more about that. And yeah. So that's that. Now I took this scene here out because it is a very nice sentence that we have there, and a really good one. And this was the moment before it went down. This was where I still had kind of a little bit of hope, you know. So this idea of even when it rains, it's not like the stars disappear from the world. It's a very nice sentence. So Mayuri always looking up towards the sky, and seeing that there is more to, that there is a light, that there are stars, that there is something good, and she wants to remove the clouds from Okarin. She wants to just him to be happy. And that went even further. And there was one scene before that in the lab with Daru and Maho, where she, I think not only to them, but to herself, finally and for the first time admitted that she really loves Okarin. I am not sure what kind of love it is, and seriously, it doesn't matter. It might not be the male-female love of a partner for the future to have kids and the like, but I mean, he was the one that kind of saved her, and I think this is a mix of so many kinds of love that she has there, but it's an honest one. It is a real one. It is a incredibly huge love that she has for him, very much like he has for her. And so this realizing for herself this, and the acknowledgement of the fact that it is more important to her that he is happy than that he is with her somehow in the future, which they put into this concept of the Hikoboshi, I think it is, which for me is something I don't know, but is in the end for me it translates to like the, you know, the knight in shining armor and she's a princess, stuff like that, you know. I think there's a deeper love story about those, this concept that she talks about, but it shows that she's in a genuine love, that it is a selfless love that she feels. Sure, she would have wanted him to be her partner, to be the love of her life, the ultimate one love, but she is sacrificing her own future, her own love to make him happy. In many ways, that this complete selfless act of sacrifice is similar to the one that Marquise Kurisu did in the past for her. And she did it for Okarin as well. So we have kind of a repeat. Mayushi says that her love is possibly stronger than the one that Marquise Kurisu had. And as I said, I think it is a deeper and a different love. It is more than just a love between man and woman. However, it doesn't change that both of those women and both of their loves for Okarin is the major factor in this series, in both series, Steins Gate Original and Zero. And although this series has many heavy parts, I had that in another discussion, in the meaning of the concepts of time travel and everything, in the end it turns always back to love. And that's a great thing, I really like that. However, I'm hurt about the fact that after having such an emotional and great moment, they simply shot her. Which brings me to the end. So, there is this attack, and there's a message from 2025 from Daru, as it seems. He looked a lot thinner there, by the way. So I really hope it is him and not someone else trying to play with them. And Operation Arclight is in the talk again. So we have a complete shift from in 1 second to the other from everything that's going on. And Suzuha tried to change the game. I understand that she ran out and tried to rescue Mayushi. In my opinion, possibly the better option would have been in this moment to use, because she got the machine, to use the machine and just fly through time and try to solve it. Possibly, but then we are again at the moment at the problem of playing with time, and that's not really working. It was impressive how good she was. I mean, she took out multiple men there. There were a lot of surprised, but it was, in my opinion, a battle she could not win. I mean, there were at least a dozen, if not more, with automated guns, so there was a lost call as she even started. The only question I ask myself is if she's aware of Operation Arclight, of the meaning of it. Question is if she knows what that means, and by having received the message, maybe she has some instructions, she has some knowledge what she has to do, but that's a wild guess and kind of a hope. The question for me is now if Mayushi is alive or not. If she is not, if she's really dead, that will spur on Okarin to change, but once again forcefully, and it may have the good ending of him by trying to change it that he will find Steins Gate. But when I remember how he was in the end of the Steins Gate original series, how broken in his mind already, it is something that could go haywire and wrong as well. So I'm not sure. Guessing that the one that is dead is Kagari. There's still the question there who the other female is. We got in this intro once again the female professor, so I still go with that somehow. When the militaries attacked, they talked about target 1, 2, and 3. Target 1 was the machine, they pointed to it, and target number 2 and 3, and that's interesting, are Suzuha and Mayuri. So for the first time it is that Mayuri is a major target. Suzuha I can understand, because she's the one traveling through time, and they are kind of aware of it. But why Mayuri? And not Okarin, you know? Which means that she somehow is important. If it would be Kagari in the suit, it would make sense. But if it is her in the suit, and she's just standing above her mother being shot, then the beginning of the next episode will be interesting as well. But as I said, I guess it's not her. Yeah. Which brings me back, lost things, to the red line on the side. Maybe I'm wrong and I missed it in the last intros, but it felt to me like there were differences in the intro again, but this red line on the side, which I mentioned during the intro, I think it is the blood of Mayushi running on the floor, and by having seen it in the beginning, I'm really even more upset because they foreshadowed it. So, well done episode, because I'm angry. Yeah, nice one. That will be an interesting beginning next time, I'm pretty sure about that. Okay, I hope you liked. I kind of did, if you know what I mean. I liked and I did not like. But by not liking, playing with my emotions, so I like. I will see you the next time, and until then, please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. My name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.